Off we go. Hidden Cup Norway 2. We'll only have 3 sets submitted now, so if you have played, make sure to send the recorded games to Shakuni. He is the one collecting them all from me so I can get them casted. And he needs them from both the players, so that there aren't any spoilers as to who posts the Rex, because that's traditionally the winner. This is how it works. We ban maps first. So Arabia out of the question. Arsak. This could be him. Could be Andy. Could be a lot of players, but these maps are relatively open. The ones they picked, Quarry is out, so that's a closed map that's gone. Cross for William Wallace, Scythian, Wild Woman goes for Mudflow. We're done with Gold Rush and Islands as well, so no 2 hours island game this time around. And finally, Slopes as the designated first map. Now, as for the Sim Draft, we're using the Hidden Cup presets here, so there are bans first. We are rid of Persians for Cross, we are rid of Malay probably for Cross as well. And Inca's gone, someone is where they're up against Akkal here, that's fine. Could be Akkal playing. These are recorded games. Good auras off the menu. Georgians as well, don't want to face those Modaspa. And finally, the Mongols gone. What's the sound level? It should be okay. Should be okay. Now for the picks, hidden pick, which means we could see a mirror in the first pick. It's not the case. We have Japanese and Keber as the first picks here. And that revealing the picks, and then we move on for Portuguese as the first open pick for Scythian Wild Woman. We have the Mayans, pretty common archer civilization there. Lithuanians, and Hindustanis, Chinese, and finally Saracens for William Wallace. I mean, Super Skurken, he might have picked Saracens first, because that's one of his favorite, those siege archers, so maybe it's not him, but remains to be seen. We'll see that at the end of the tournament. So I'm going to make some player cards for later. I haven't gotten around to it yet. I might make some commands from these texts as well about the different players. This is probably too much text for one command, isn't it? Yeah, let's not flood the chat with that, but we can pull this up for some references in between the games. Alright, first game on Slopes. Let's go for it. Scythian Wild Woman as the Portuguese here. I mean, Portuguese could go archers or infantry opening into archers on maps like this. It is kind of a cavalry archer map though, so maybe this is one that Papaya Pete enjoys to play, I think. Definitely seen him pick it before and enjoy it. But he wouldn't play either of these Sibs necessarily, maybe Mayans for the Bloom Archers, but it is too early to tell. We need to see how the players play first. Good start here. No idle TC time for either of the players, so there's that. On Slopes, there's some hunt on the side to be taken. That's 560 food, and then there are some shorefish to be taken as well. Chinese in the draft excludes some players. Gosh, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Feel free to write in Norwegian. I'll be casting in English because that's what I always do. Lose everybody between 1200 and 800. Yeah, there we have it. William Wallace as the Mayans over here. Horrible gold spots. Holy golds. So this gotta be awkward. You can't even wall safely here. Like you usually can on Slopes. You'd wall. Excuse me. You'd wall between the woodlines on either side. So like a bottle wall like you see in the games and others, but that's not an option here. The goats are forward. It's not a... Yeah, so Skydian Wild Woman blue with the gold in the back here. Lot better gold positioning for Slopes for our blue friend over here. It's good. Should be interesting to see if they choose to go for the resources to the side here. It certainly brings a food boost to your income, but it's also more exposed, so your villagers will be subject to scouts or even archers' aggression, even though the archers are slightly slower. 1-2. Just a bit. I feel like Mayans will struggle here, right? In a 1v1 versus Portuguese, because Mayans, if they go for the Eagles, Portuguese have amazing gunpowder units. Okay, somebody forgot about a gather point, was going for the boar. But otherwise seem to be doing good. 2 houses in front, already starting the wall of process. Didn't successfully bring in the boar, even pushing the hunt. That's a long distance to push the ibex. That might hurt your scouting a bit. And here comes the gold on the mining camp on the front gold here. It's not a very early mining camp. It's like a 15, 16 population mining camp. William Wall Ace, yeah, a little bit of walling, that's true. Why? Excuse me. Why would you place a mining camp already at 16 population? That's weird to me. It would be pretty epic to see a infantry opening the mines and just spam militia Goth style in the Dark Age. 2 on wood is very aggressive. Well, there's a third one coming here. So early on gold. Blue not on gold yet. Also pushing in the hunt. These guys are greedy as heck here. But 5 on berries. Andy, is this you? Already 5 on berries. Andy could do stuff with Portuguese, but he would probably pick the monk civilization still. Like Burmese or Lithuanians or... Well, maybe not Lithuanians, but yeah. Any good monk civ would work for Andy. He enjoys his monk siege pushes. So far, this reeks of higher level players though, because the ILT's time is so low. Mayans able to keep that lead. You know what? That early going to gold could be to compensate for the 50 gold lost going for the early loom. To compensate for that, here comes the barracks. Fuelage on the way. 20 population up for the Mayans. Could be straight archers. Portuguese could be scouts because we're not on gold yet. And that's an interesting choice of a second lumber camp. It's relatively safe in the back, but also right next to each other. So even a tower, if you sneak it, as long as it's not walled, if you sneak it and pillager in the back here and place a tower, you can deny both lumber camps just like that. Okay, Portuguese going to gold as well. So this is going to become an archers battle, most likely. Blue out scouting. Orange also moving out to get some idea of what's to come here. Well, they is banned though, just for fun, so there's that. Range for the Mayans. Fuel age, just a few seconds away for blue as well. It's only the idle TC time making the difference. They're going up at the same population here, but that effectively means faster for the Mayans because they start with 1 extra villager. Six, 7. What do you mean? Here comes the wall off for the Portuguese. Only 1 range, no blacksmith. Double range for the Mayans. Not too common in 1v1s. I would say that ranged blacksmith would be the opening, so you can get to fletching as soon as possible. It will increase your damage output potential. But are still low in eco from the fast uptimes here. So that might also be why they're not quite... Alright, Eagle, forward. Harassing the walling villager, wants to make sure that walls don't complete until the archers can move forward. Because of this slightly faster uptime for the Mayans, we are also with a better archers production early on. No blacksmith for blue just yet. There's no for the Mayans either, but there's only 1 range for blue, mind you. And this could be a 1 range skirmisher defense, or it is a 1 range skirmisher defense. Because of having scouted the fact that Orange is going for 2 ranges. At least the appropriate response to a double range play, to go for skirmishers of your own, wall off a bit and try to survive it. And save your resources to go up to Castle Age earlier. That is gonna go for the show forwards for sure. Wallace won't complete time, unfortunately. William Wallace here with a group of archers. Might even get the villager pick off here, even without fletching. Needs to get that fletching though. But successfully enters the base. Scouting, because of the greedy deer pushing is lacking here. So Orange is going to have some trouble getting to proper damage here until fletching can be researched. Fletching in for blue, however, so the skirmishers will be even more dangerous now, and the archers as well should easily pick off the eagle. It's not an amazing forward, to be honest. William Wallace, idle time behind this as well, but lower than the Portuguese player. The army count is higher for blue, but villager count lower because of the higher idle town center time. Oh. We'll just move out here, thank you very much. Thank you for revealing one of the holes in my wall. Obviously, you need to move out soon enough, because these woodlands won't last you forever. You want to go to the sides and get the more consistent woodlines to the edges of the map. Should be plenty of places to place your town centers here. William Wallace walling off as well. Orange is quite aggressive now, going to the side hunt now, but that's because of the aggressiveness allowing for that to be done. But now let's look at the movement here. Will blue go straight for the resource to the side? We might even see, I don't know if we can still see that in the fog of war in-game, or if it's just a capture thing. But if blue sees that carcass, you should most definitely send the armies over. Actually, it's a mistake of blue not to scout this area. Or because it's scouted both sides. It hasn't seen any expansion, but I guess he also wants to get inside Orange's base and find some counter damage here. Still has a healthy amount of skirmishers mixed in. Already feels like a game that will go to the long late game, right? And in that case, you would favor the Portuguese because they have better trash options. They do have light cav after all. The Mayans don't. The Mayans will have to rely on eagles for raids, and this map isn't that heavy on gold, so that's an indication that the Mayans could try to gain an advantage much earlier. Suppose that's decent trades. Fletching in now, skirmisher still getting pick-offs, but an eagle coming in front there, tanking the skirmisher fire, allowing Orange to commit the archer's fire to the skirmishers. Might want to move even closer though to take advantage of the fact that the skirmishers have minimum range. These archers over here, they could be annoying near the woodland as well, so they're not being put to good use currently forward there. Cleaning up the E forward, walls still not complete for the Mayans. Has some work to do there, but gets away with the greediness of moving to the sides here. Maybe it's William Wallace. Ooh, good one. I like that one. Good pun. Very punny. Oh, here we go. We're going for the woodland. Great use of the forward archers. Knows that there is a lumber camp here. Just to force blue to relocate, right? Has to take a tree further away. Double gold combination here for the Mayans. Both players on the way to the castle age. Again, Mayans slightly ahead, but also 3 villagers ahead total because of slightly lower ILTC time and because of the fact that 1 villager has been killed and the Mayans haven't lost any. Repeat versus Ken. I'm not sold on Ken here. Ken is a good player, but I think he typically enjoys cavalry civs more still. I don't remember if Britons were banned, but I don't think they were. And if he was going to play a ranged civilization, I think he would maybe go for the Britons. But we won't know until the end of the series. Also, I have a feeling Ken would have more idle TC time behind this kind of army aggression, but shouldn't accuse him of that. Orange knows that there's an opening here. Could probably plug that with a house just to be safe. Castlage is in, but crossbow not quite affordable. Bodkin should probably be the priority here. Here comes the house, that's fine. Second house center. Papaya Pit confirmed. Except there's no horse collar, so it can't be Papaya Pit. Wait. Up. What happened here? It sucks. Shit. That's so unfortunate. Oh, this could be... I'm not gonna say game ending, but it's certainly going to be... Oops, sorry. It's going to be so annoying for Orange having to deal with the crossbows inside now. That's not so easy to spot, to be honest. It's just probably like a shift queuing mistake. You're queuing at the walls and it looks like you have it completed, but then there's a tile missing in the middle there. It's Andy versus Andy, clearly. Topside, some eagles as well, trying to break through. Crossbows, cleaning up that, so that's no problem. But denying this TC, that's a big deal. That's a ridiculous TC, by the way. It's bordering like 8 trees. So it's farm town center for later. But now blue is going to be looking at massive damage here. Should be able to hit the gold as well. And because of this TC foundation, Orange may not be able to get the defensive tower up. Typing some farms. Does note that this is the main goal as well. I mean, even a forward tower could be something here. Neither of these players is Andy. I'm not getting Andy vibes from either of these. That goal is what you call saturated. Hey, there's 2 mining camps, it's fine. Orange is playing Stormgate at this point. Scorpion added. It's the most cost-efficient way to deal with this pressure. I guess it's a little bit hard to focus the Scorpion behind the villagers there as well. Second town center completes for blue, but William Wallace realizes that that hole cost him the game. Real unfortunate there. Was looking decent for the mines. Did some early damage, but now losing much more. Won't be able to get the TC out. Pretty early. GG, but also justified, understandable. The map is already horrible with the forward golds. So it's going to be tough to secure those as well. But eco-wise, they're dead even, right? So, but probably is that blue would be escalating into a villager's lead with... wait, is... So who do I know that doesn't have a select all TCs hotkey? Do you still use control group for TC Hoya? No, you probably set hotkeys for your select all TCs. But someone is clearly missing that because there's lots of villagers in this one and none in this one. So suddenly we could be looking at a 1400 ELO player after all. I mean, you could still have good aggression in the 1400, 1500s. But this was the moment, friends. Oops. Whoopsie! And that was right before crossbow Bodkin kicked in as well. Really unfortunate, that hole. 1-0 for Scythian Wild Woman, who, by the way, was just for fun's name in the first United Nations Hidden Cup. I never said 1400 was low elo. Hey. Nasty. Sometimes your nickname doesn't do you any favor, just for fun. If you want to write things like that. Wait. So, one unfortunate mistake costing the first game for William Wallace. We have seen the Mayans losing that one, second pick by the way, to the Portuguese, also the second pick. We are done with slopes, and it is going to be William Wallace's home map next. We are going cross, in which case we have to be seeing Japanese, because Lithuanians straight dock play or straight to wood and then dock play isn't as strong anymore with only 100 wood to start. I think it's going to be Japanese. And of these other ones, I don't know what to expect. They're not typical cross civs. You could also get away with all of these. I don't think it's going to be Chinese. It's a bit awkward start. So I think it might be Khmer for this one. That's Daddy Civ to choose, by the way. He would go for Khmer and try to get to the ballista elephants. Huh? And now you're making things worse. Anyway, I expect to see Japanese. I kind of expect to see Khmer as well, because they would at least be able to get to the next stage quickly and go straight into double scouts, for example, double stable scouts, because of the not needing a barracks. It saves you some wood, gives you some flexibility. Sogndal holds. Right, game 2. On cross. Hindustan is, yeah, obviously a decent pick as well. We'll see if there's comeback potential for William Wallace here. Oh, interesting spawn. They're quite close. Watch Sogndal holds. Yeah, he's hunting those, isn't he? Japanese for William Wallace. The Japanese fishing ships are tankier and they work more quickly as well. Nasty sheep spawn, but at least when you go out to dock, you're going to find those. So that's helpful. These in the back as well. It's going to take some time to find those, especially if you start scouting the front side first. So that, worst case, that becomes an issue for Japanese unless you go for an early boar, but you need to find the boars as well. And they are in the back as well. That's funny. Hindustanis, Scythian Wild Woman, also with sheep in the back, but going to scout the back first. Also scouting a little bit with sheep to the sides. There's some pretty impressive scouting going on here from both the players, so I don't think they are on the lowest side of the elo spectrum. They're using the sheep actively to scout, moving to the sides as well. Bit of... Usually on this map you'll see players going for 5 villagers on wood because it makes it easier to sustain both fishing ships production and houses and whatever you need as the game goes on. Yeah, I think this is a really close spawn. It could happen. I mean, there's like this big circle, but usually it would be more like this or like... Yeah. But there's a difference between cross and 4 lakes as well, so maybe they have something on that. Docking for blue. Pulls the villager away. No loom yet, as you can see. So that's a bit dangerous. I wonder if orange is going to go for the quick walls here just to be safe. Now keeps the scout close, so that's fine. Bringing in the boar as well. Costing a little bit of LTC time with everything that's going on here. But that should be fine, yeah. Blue still wants to try and get that pick, but... Oh, he's committing, but the scout is close for orange. That should not be a villager down, especially not with Loom kicking in. Blue. Scythian Wild Woman about to risk losing the scout here nice and early. Dock is up. for the Hindustanis as well. First fiction ship out ahead of the Japanese, or very close to. Yeah, the fishing ship timing is decent for the both of them. Let's have a look at the wood count here. Japanese with 5 on wood, whereas the Hindustanis player had 5 as well, but now it's 6. Japanese could probably get away with only 4 on wood, because their resource drop-off points cost less wood. TC trick with board. We need to be on the lookout for that one as well, because not everyone will be using that necessarily of the players. Orange going for the short walls here rather than all the way towards the edge. Makes sense at this stage, but it also means that it will be possible to sneak a villager over and dock the corner here. So for the Hindustanis, I'm expecting the scouts. Loom coming in just now, which means that we might see the feudal age click as well at 822 villagers. Screams feudal age aggression to me. Japanese should be going for feudal age here as well, but that could be spear defense and archer's aggression perhaps. Ooh, flashing some quick wall skills here for Orange. Not going to hit the scout. Ooh. Are we a bit stressed out here now, William Wallace? Eating 2 sheep at the same time. That's going to cause some resource decay. Feudal age on the way for the both of them. 30 seconds difference. Mainly due to the idle TC time, so someone isn't too confident in their hybrid map builds here. Eric's coming up for Hindustanis, which means we'll probably see the stable going up here as well. Again, though, the gold, I mean, it was the other way around the previous game, but this gold is a horrible spot. They're quite forward. Whereas Orange has the gold in the back for this one. Could play a role in the progress of the game. Well, and by it, nah, så videre. Halv 6 i morgen, Andy, så laget det ikke til å gjøre i lag. Village in. Stable with 2 villagers. Do anything about the lag? Would be my internet provider, but I can do this. At least my phone won't be interrupting. Range for Japanese, as expected, going to be a... I mean, probably should be making Spearmen already as well, because you would be expecting the Hindustanis to go for the scouts. You'll note that Orange has scouted the sides to look for side docks as well, at least to the left-hand side. Second dock for Hindustanis, even bringing a Spearman over, so this is... interesting thinking for Blue. Blue is going in blind, by the looks of it. Doesn't really know that there's a range. Probably expecting scouts on this map for the mobility of it and for the... yeah. Everything that's going on here. Blue is going to be able to get in. Where the Spearman? Is there any Spearman to defend here at all for the Japanese? I don't think so. This could be villagers going down for Orange now for William Wallace. Because Blue has the scouts out. It's tougher to wall out Hindustani scouts as well, because they have bonus damage against buildings. The fishing ship count is well ahead for Blue. That's going to sustain the scouts production very easily as well. Good quick walls. So someone has been playing the quick wall trainer scenario here. It's also going close to the TC, going to take down the... almost going to take down the starting scout of Orange, but that's just almost. Still being quite annoying here. Idling the gold, idling some lumberjack economy, and forcing quick walls, forcing constant reactions here from Orange. Here come the spearmen though. They're Japanese spearmen as well, so they attack more quickly. should easily be able to deal with the scouts here. That villager on the dock could be at risk of going down to the scouts. Scouts trying to find an exit here won't succeed. They are basically trapped inside of Orange's base now. In the meantime, we have the archers soon moving out for Orange. While Blue is committing heavily to scouts. Is that double stable by now, maybe? No, here comes the range, actually. That's going to be skirmisher defense against both spearmen and archers. Finds an entry to the berries here. Blue goes for the... It does commit, does get the villager. First villager kill of the game for Blue, but going to lose some of the scouts. Gets the fisherman as well, so 2 villagers down now. Scythian Woman getting some value here. Lower idle TC time behind this as well, which means a significant economic lead. Now 12 fishing ships. Massive on the fisher. 3 orders for Scythian Woman. Which means that food economy lead is just going to get higher and higher. Orange now hungry for some revenge. Counter-attacking the gold. Gonna get a villager. Good reaction from Blue. But will also lose a couple of archers to Townsend to fire them. Because of having to react at home base, probably. Let's see if William Wallace can turn this around. Doesn't look too comforting for the time being. Significant lead for Scythian Woman now. 3 lakes. Not really. Okay, this is a bit of an overcommitment to fish. That's 9 fishing ships for just these small fish, short fish, deep fish. But you could, of course, go into fish traps later as well. Oswald's now to keep any further aggression out. What's the situation? Only 3 villagers killed total, but once again, the idle time lower, the fishing ships count higher for Blue. Definitely committing a lot to the fish here. Cast age. Actually, the timings are relatively similar. It's 30 seconds slower for the Japanese. But all in all, nothing too crazy. Oh, yes, there's Nope and Ken. Why Nope? Didn't see any Armenians or Goths in the draft. I mean, Nope might be trying to hide his identity and style by not picking these infantry sims, but certainly enjoys playing them. Blue is Nope. I mean, could be. B. Triple ranges. Could be cavalry archers follow up here in the castle age done for the blue player. Not unimaginable. Orange certainly seems to struggle a bit here. Did pick maybe one of the best civilizations for Cross as well. Not quite walled here. Once again a hole, but I think he knows that this is a hole. We'll be losing another villager to the scouts' aggression here, so that's 4 villagers dead now through the raids of Scythian Wild Woman. A little bit of a teleport there even, by the looks of it. And cavalry archer follow up. Papaya Pete confirmed. It's so weird to see the units suddenly popping back like that. Again, the Hindustanis, cavalry or light cab and camels, they have bonus damage against buildings, so they will break through structures more quickly. William Wallace going for the knights here as the Japanese, so did commit to archers at first, is going to go for crossbow bodkin as well, going for a really costly combination of 2 gold units here, crossbow and potentially knights, if that wasn't just 1 knight to deal with skirmishers or something. Camel almost feels like a misclick to me, unless we're reacting to that 1 knight of orange. Cavalry archers now to deny, quick balls behind, siege workshop in defense for William Wallace. That's going to be some scorpions again, I think. Almost able to range the woodland here with the cavalry archers as well. There are some really weak builders here that need to be attended to. Crossbows forward, finding a hill here, sniping some cavalry archers, causing some idle time at home base for Scythian Wild Woman, but there's more cavalry archers in the queue. We could speculate the blue being Pete. We did see archers the first game as well, but that was Portuguese. And no Tatars in the draft. Or Huts. Middle defense, let's see. Great hit! Fantastic hit! That almost deserves an instant replay, that mangonel hit, but let's not. That's basically all of William Wallace's army gone down in 1 mangonel shot. That's why you make mangonels in defense, guys. That's blue scrambles Apatisi on the woodland, desperate for wood by the looks of it, to keep that cavalry archer production going. Let's go back to orange's base and see the situation here. Almost 30 eco units behind our villager count as well. 20 villagers and 10 fishing ships behind. Scorpions for orange in defense, but that's not gonna keep the cavalry archers away. Well played, lycka till videre, which means GG, or well played, you already know, and good luck next. Seemed like a fairly easy set for Scythian Wild Woman. Could be some skill difference at work here. And yeah. Let's have a look at the statistics before we get back into the next set shortly. Indeed, a solid player. Says Andy and just for fun, so it could be either of them playing here. Just casually giving themselves some credit. But blue doesn't really remind me of any of those two. Yeah, pretty convincing economic lead here. Good macro, good army control. Definitely one in the higher end of the elo spectrum among the players. But we have range from 1200 to 1800, borderline 1900 in the lineup.